So I have talked a lot about my favorite perfumes of 2024, designers, a budget, niche, whatever. And I like to keep it 100 here. And I simply do not like every perfume I try. I mean, none of us do. So I thought I would do a small but still relevant list of the worst perfumes of 2024. I think all of them were launched in 2024, but I'm not too sure. I definitely tried all of them for the first time in 2024. And it's, I would say, quite simple. Of course, some of the perfumes you will love, but I really don't for some or the other reason, and I'm going to tell you why. But it's just not possible for everyone to enjoy the same perfumes. Also, I always keep telling you, like, I smell things that people do not smell. Like, I smell something completely different. I'm like, what is going on with me? Until I read a comment under the video telling me, oh my god, I smell the same. And I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one. So yeah, could be also that I smell something completely different than you. Let's start with an easy one, I would say. I would not say that this is extremely popular. This is Cosmic by Kylie Jenner. Is this the first perfume from her? I think so. This has main accords of musky, powdery, and amber. I was quite sure that I would like this perfume. It has top notes of jasmine and blood orange, middle notes of amber and peony, and base notes of musk, vanilla, and cedar. Not too complicated. Seems like a fruity, floral with some vanilla touches. So nothing too major. People say it smells a lot like Valentino Voce Viva. I would say they are in the same family, but with this one, when I first sprayed it in the store, I was very pleasantly surprised. Not surprised, but it was very pleasant to me. It wasn't surprising. It wasn't something extremely new. It was something very safe. It just smelled like your average fruity, floral, quite fresh perfume with a cozy, musky vanilla dry down that I really enjoyed. And would that one have stayed like that the whole wearing time, I would have gotten a bottle that day. And I think that perfume would be like in rotation quite a lot because it's just an easy to understand perfume. You don't really have to think about like, what am I going to wear? It fits every occasion. It's like an everyday kind of perfume that's not gonna annoy anyone, I thought. But once that one dried down, I would say like maybe even like 5 to 10 minutes later, I got an extremely synthetic undertone. And especially like the musk got very dusty. And I don't love those dusty, musky musks. And that one was very synthetic smelling to me as well. And mixed with those fruity notes and the vanilla, just made me think like something was off. And I tried it a couple more times and I still got this same experience. So I don't know what happens on my skin with this perfume, but it just smelled then quite cheap and not very well thought out, which is a pity because I do like celebrity perfumes, as you know. But this one, I like the bottle, I like the thought, I like that it's not just a super sickly sweet cotton candy perfume, but the dry down was just not for me. The next one has quite a lot of fans, but also I think a lot of us were quite confused. So this is not a bad perfume whatsoever, like objectively, but it's just not what I wanted from it and not really what I gravitate towards. So this one is Blue Madeleine by Atelier des Ors. Main accords are woody, lactonic, and balsamic. The notes are cinnamon, pink pepper, and bergamot in the top. In the middle we have black tea, milk, and rose. And the base notes are pearl balsam, sandalwood, sage oil, and praline. And the image pictures were images of a Madeleine in milk. So that was selling to a lot of people. Then I saw the notes and I was a little bit confused, because if you see sage oil, also black tea, but the pearl balsam, the pink pepper was like, this seems a little bit more edgy than what I thought. I thought this was going to be a super milky, fluffy, baking goods kind of perfume, right? It was not. So I'm looking at what people say this smells like. I don't get any of those perfumes. To me, it smelled a lot like, was it Lune Féline even? Maybe. Like, something sweet is there, but it's quite smoky and dry and almost leathery. I don't know if it's because of the pearl balsam, or the sage oil, I'm not too sure. It almost pulled a little bit herbal-y on me and quite peppery. It was just the opposite of what I thought this was going to be. And right now, as of this moment, this is not really a DNA that I like too much. I think there should have been more vanilla, or vanilla at all, but like something very creamy in the background for me to enjoy it. And then besides that, the name is, or even like the marketing is not well thought out in my opinion, because this one does not smell like that, on my skin at least. I heard people say that it smells like yummy Madeleines to them, or it's like a super milky perfume on them. On me, it is just not. I adore those bottles and the design and the idea and everything, but I haven't smelled any of them where I was very much so in love at first sniff. But then again, I have not smelled too many of the perfumes from this brand, so I will not give up. But this one was not it for me. And then I was in shock when I smelled this perfume. This is Magic Mushrooms by Boho Boco. Main accords are aromatic, green, and earthy. And I saw someone talk about this perfume being out there, but extremely intoxicating and like a masterpiece. So I was really intrigued to try this perfume. In the top we have cypress, grapefruit, and cardamom. In the middle we have mushroom, cannabis, cassis, green notes, Tavana, immortelle, thyme, clove, lavender, and ylang ylang. And in the base we have moss, aquatic notes, patchouli, and vetiver. So that alone freaked me out quite a lot, because a lot of those notes, not really my thing. But I just trusted her and I was like, let's just get a sample of it, shall we? So I got one and I sprayed it one time, and that was too much. This one stank. Like, oh my god. It wasn't even smelling like just green, if you know what I mean. It wasn't just smelling like the forest or a little bit earthy or a little bit like mossy. It was all of what you just heard together. Really, like cypress, cannabis, green notes, Davana, which is quite challenging a lot of times, mushroom, clove, thyme. Like, it was everything together. Super green, earthy, wet, woody, a little bit rotten. It was just too much of everything, and I could not see any point where it was like, yeah, but actually, like, this part I really do enjoy, or underlying, or as it dries down. No, this was from beginning to end just, what is this? It is art, definitely, but I don't really see a lot of people enjoying a fragrance like that. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's your favorite perfume. Please let me know. But I was very shocked because I thought this was going to be something I'm going to appreciate, because the Flora Botanica by Balenciaga is one of my favorite perfumes. It's also a cannabis perfume, but that one is a masterpiece to me. This one is just something different. Then we have a perfume. I could tell you a lot of those perfumes. it's just a very disappointing flanker. And my background is also in online marketing, so I know and I get why perfume houses, like big perfume houses, do flankers over and over and over again. But for us who want something different, something exciting, this is just the opposite of it. And especially if it's a perfume that smells almost exactly like the original. Like, what is the point? So I'm talking about Mugler's Alien Hypersense. And this one has main accords of white floral, woody, and musky, with notes off in the top pear and green mandarin, in the middle jasmine sambac and Indian jasmine, and in the base musk, cashmere, amberwood, and driftwood. When I was maybe 2021, I had a friend who wore Alien, and she smelled intoxicating. She always had great perfume taste, and I adored this perfume on her. And we drove home, and we had like 7 hours in the car. And when she got out of my car, I smelled this perfume for weeks, and I had to get it. So I got it, but I never really enjoyed it on myself. I thought it was just too much for me. Like, it was wearing me, I wasn't wearing it. And then it got reformulated, and I don't really enjoy it too much now. And so, I don't know, every time a flanker comes, I'm excited because I do like the idea of it, but I would like something a little bit more round, subdued. To me, it leans a little bit sharp a lot of times. And so when the Hypersense came, I thought this was going to be it because of the musk and the cashmere, the driftwood, amberwood. I love all of those base notes. But on my skin, it smelled, I would say, 98% like the original Alien. So I think I sprayed it twice, and I just did not really felt excited about it. So yeah, same goes with the Libre Flowers and Something, which did smell a little bit more different than the original, but still nothing where it was like, wow, I have to get it, because I have the original, I have the Le Parfum, I also have the Platine one, so I don't need this other flanker. And the last one is a niche perfume as well. And I feel like I got the wrong one. So sometimes you have those very niche perfume houses with one perfume that is really hyped up. This perfume house is called Fomowa, and I thought that this perfume was the very hyped up one, but I'm not too sure anymore. Was it or was it not? I'm not too sure. This one is called Pannaco Tahaa, and I just saw a video of Veronica, and I think she talked about the same perfume, and also it was one of her worst perfumes she tried. So I don't feel as alone because I know she also did not enjoy it too much. So this has the main accords of sweet, warm, spicy, and tropical. And let me tell you, the notes sound delicious. Top notes of mango, orange, and vanilla. That alone, wow. Middle notes, panna cotta and vanilla again. And base notes, saffron, white musk, Tahitian vanilla, benzoin, and tonka bean. So sometimes I feel like when I get samples, because I don't really blind buy perfumes anymore, especially not at that price point. But when I get those samples, sometimes I feel like, did I get the wrong one? I even wrote to somebody asking like, is it possible that you maybe put the wrong perfume in there? And they were like, no. It's like, okay. But I feel like I smelled something different. So what I smelled was mango, peach, and patchouli. Maybe it is the mango and the saffron that gave me those vibes, but to me it smelled like a fruit chouli, and the worst kind. It gave me a headache immediately. It almost made me feel sick. It was just too much. Like, mango I want to love, but there is hardly any mango perfume that I do enjoy, because a lot of times it smells so synthetic and it's so loud and out there, and I just don't like it at all. It's very sharp a lot of times, and in combination with patchouli, I mean, it's a no-go for me. And there's no patchouli in here, apparently. I don't know, but maybe it's the saffron. I don't know. It was just too much. It was super loud out there, and I was thinking of like orange popsicle, vanilla ice cream, and mango, super creamy and smooth. Also with the panna cotta, I was thinking about the best perfume ever. And on my skin, it just really did not pull like that at all. And I look at the notes and I'm like, this has to be my favorite perfume ever. I love all of those notes. But together, they just did not work out on me. And I'm now reading the comments, and someone said the initial spray wasn't bad. I waited a few hours to see how it might settle. It quickly turned into a scrubber. Well, yeah, oh my god. And people say it smells like Cruz del Sur by Serjoff. Yeah, I mean, you could see that when you look at the notes. Not at all. And someone says, this is not Cruz del Sur like. Yeah, this is aromatic saffron with smooth panna cotta and top note of orange. This is a fruity version of commodity milk. Oh my god, I wish. Something in here I don't like. Ambroxan or something, synthetic screechy musk or something. Not a fan. Okay, so I guess a lot of people get the same thing and we all don't really know what it is. So yeah, I don't know. So these were the perfumes I wanted to talk about with you today. Let me know which ones were the worst perfumes launched in 2024 for you personally. And if it's going to be a perfume I love, that is okay. As I said, it will be the same with me as well. It's just that not every perfume smells the same on everybody, and also all of us have different tastes, so it's totally fine. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!